Hello, sunshine. How are you doing today? I've been feeling some collective energy that's been feeling like very dense, very heavy, bringing in a lot of exhaustion, but it also feels like it's bringing a lot of upgrades. Like we're moving through some density that's going to be helping us fine-tune some of our spiritual gifts. So I wanted to tune into that energy and see what the cards have to show us today. I'm going to start with this Everyday Witch Tarot deck by Elizabeth. The art is by Elizabeth Alba, and then the guidebook is by Deborah Blake. I pre-shuffled them, so let's see what comes through. Ooh. Okay. There we go. Oh, we have a few that wanted to come through right away. Okay, we have Death. Page of Wands. Two of Cups. Ooh. And Three of Cups. Okay, what I'm getting from the Death card, if you can see right here, this rope is like about to snap. And that feels like there's been some tension that's been building in your life. And there's like that one last little thread that is like been holding on for dear life. And it's as you're allowing yourself to surrender into this tiredness, allowing yourself to rest, allowing yourself to release whatever is coming up for you, and let that last little thread snap, which can feel so scary, that actually it's severing what's been holding you to this place that you feel really bound to. Whether that is a karmic relationship or a particular cycle, pattern, way of seeing things, that as you, it might feel like you've been in a spiral, in kind of this like gloomy fogginess, that even the this cat, which represents your inner wisdom, is like, ooh, there's something for me to hold on to that's kind of out of frame, out of the picture. And the Death card is going to slice through that last little thread, and you can choose to go through this door that has the light through it, the light on the other side. Then it looks like there's just a lot more light and rejuvenation on the other side of this, into that the door of the light. The Page of Wands, excuse me, the kitty on the pathway is like, come here, let's go this way. The Page of Wands can represent your passion and following that with a childlike wonder and curiosity, excitement for what your own creative genius has to teach you. That this it's making me think of like when you're a kid and you are like, I'm gonna run away, or I have these dreams and I'm just gonna like tie up the little bit that I have and throw it over my shoulder. That you don't need much to get started on whatever creative dream you have. And you can start and be really bad at it. That whether it is a more physical art like painting, drawing, calligraphy, or if it's something more emotional, like you have a gift for reaching people through conversation, that creative energy will lead you in a direction that you want to go. I'm also noticing the season over here is showing some signs of the changing colors. So maybe that will be significant to you if you live in a place where the leaves change colors. Then we have the Two of Cups, which can represent a love connection, romance, but it can also represent a more of like an inner union with yourself, a pairing with another person, like a soulmate connection with a friend or a family member, a deepening of connection on a very intimate basis. Even the kitties, the one black cat is giving a fish to this like more calico cat. That's really cute. And then this last card, we have the Three of Cups. It's interesting that we have the 2 and then the 3 as well that came out. Is a time of celebration and more of that connection energy, building your soul tribe, your community of people who really resonate with you or on your same vibration, and you don't have to spend so much energy translating your soul to them, that it feels just easy to open up and be yourself around them. I'm also noticing the full moon in the background, which is showing me that, I mean, you could be having some sort of party or celebration coming up around the full moon, but it can also represent that subconscious illumination that's happening and a release of fears around being seen, being heard, and opening up in a more expansive way to being able to receive love on this level. That first we connect to ourselves on that level, and then we're able to receive that type of love from the people around us, we're able to magnetize that type of love to us. Okay. I want to actually get a couple of clarifying cards from this deck. It's the Every Little Thing You Do Is Magic tarot deck by Callie Little. Bottom of the deck is death. Yeah, so you're really going through a rebirth. Sometimes when you're going through a spiritual awakening, if that resonates with you, it can feel like you're going through rebirth after rebirth after rebirth, and all of that change, all of that letting go and releasing of things from your past can feel so just like, when is this going to be over? I thought I'd let go of everything that there was to let go of, and then it's like more comes to the surface for you to release. And it can be very, very humbling. But every time we do it, there's always more expansion, beauty, love to be found on the other side. More light to be found on the other side. 11:11 as I said that. This is the one. Oh, the death card. Okay. Okay. Death is clarifying death, so that's very helpful for us. I think that means that I want to look in the guidebook. We have the moon, which is another clarification to what we were talking about with the full moon being illuminating more to us. We also have this wolf and dog, which, oh dear, we're getting this very loud sound coming in for us. It's the AC. It's also, I'm needing to clear my throat chakra. So this is feeling like this sound that's coming in and needing to clear my throat chakra, mixing with this like subconscious illumination. Maybe you're having some things coming up for you around needing to clear out more space for yourself to express yourself, to be seen and to be heard, whether that's through writing in your journal or, you know, sharing things with a friend, a therapist, a mentor. Finding opportunities to use your voice. One little thing that I've done lately is actually read out loud to myself, like I'm reading myself a story. I'm the child reading myself a bedtime story. That you're finding little ways to expand your vocal cords. Okay. Let's do another clarifying card. Two of Swords. This actually came out in a reading that I did just last week. This is showing us I'm seeing this, you know, I really need to learn my tools. This thing is hitting the ladder, and then this one is like, has a little star around it. And then the hands are reaching out. It's like they're trying to decide which tool to use and which one is going to be most effective for the project or the direction that they're going to take. And maybe for you want to use the axe, and for the other person they want to use the scythe. Oh, I think that's what it is. And there are also moons in this card. Sometimes we can get hung up on, we have lots of tools in our tool belt accessible to us, and we are like, okay, which one should I use? Which one should I use in any given moment? And we're gaining more discernment on how to get started with our creative projects and which tools to access to be able to get started and move forward. And that if we end up picking up a tool and starting to move forward with it, and we realize, you know what, I don't actually need the axe right now, I can put that back in my tool belt and try using the hammer. But trusting that we have the tools that we need. Okay, let's get one more of these. We have the Champion of Cups, which can also be the Knight of Cups. Lot of cups energy as well, which is our emotions. Have a lot of emotions coming up to be released and integrated, which is allowing us to move forward with greater clarity. Sometimes when we try to stuff it all down and hold on to it, and then it's like this pot that's bubbling over, boiling over, and things are going to start coming out anyway. But if we sit with it, we tend to it, then it will allow us to not feel quite so out of whack, I guess is the way I'm gonna say it. That we want to feel like we can control all of these emotions, but they're going to come and go in waves. And if we're able to learn to ride the waves, to surrender to them, like we talked about earlier, instead of having so much resistance, then we're going to be able to move forward. The Champion or the Knight talks about that forward momentum, which I think we're going to start seeing more of as we are able to move through this death let's read the death card, or the death page in the guidebook. I really love this guidebook. It's fun. Something deep inside you has begun to shift. You are clearer about who you are, and it's time to say goodbye to something that once defined you. Knowing that you are becoming something, someone else, can feel like a loss. But in releasing this, that thing that has found its end, you are creating an opening for new life. Death is essential to growth. The ends of past lives create a rich bed of earth to nurture roots for new life. The death card may greet you in a moment of darkness, but remember, you have the power to create an illuminated path forward toward an abundant future. Then she also has a stone that goes with it, which is aragonite. Aragonite, which represents truth, reality, and clarification. Then the channeled song is Ascension by Moses Sumney, and the scent is White Lilies. The number 13 represents fortune, stability, and holistic well-being. Okay. I'm going to pull a card from my Fairy Wisdom book by Jillian Kemp. That's the final card. I'm noticing some kind of head, third eye stuff going on. So maybe you're clearing some things related to your perceptions, and you're going to be unlocking some new clarity in that regard. Things are going to feel a lot more connected. Here it is. The Grateful Fairies, Winter. Fairy gifts are showered as a reward. She has a cake. This is number 4. And 4s can represent just feeling more grounded and stable. It's a card of the home. I think that's a perfect card for where things are headed for you. That after this little surrender, this little bit more surrender, which you've already done so much of the work, there's just a final, you're on the final stretch, then you're going to be able to access more of that creative, passionate energy, and it's going to feel like this giant reward. You're going to have a lot more connection to yourself and the people around you in a really beautiful, outpouring of love and intention, presence. So I hope that was helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe. I'd love to have you here. Thanks so much. Bye.